What's up, guys? So in the last video, what we went over was just the basics of using the terminal or the command prompts on your computer. We went over the commands like pwd, which shows you the working directory that you're in, cd, which helps you navigate to a new directory, and ls, which shows you all the contents of the directory or folder that you are currently in. But now we're going to get to the good stuff, and we are going to actually learn some more useful things. So first, I just want to go over some little keyboard shortcuts that you can actually use while you're using the terminal or command prompts on your device. For the rest of this video, I'm just going to say terminal. Just keep in mind, when I say terminal, I also mean command prompts. I just don't want to have to keep repeating that throughout this entire video. So the first thing that I'm going to go over is how that you can actually use the up arrow to cycle through the past commands that you've used. So this comes in handy, like if I don't want to have to retype cd desktop, I can just use the up arrow and I can go through so many useful things. Like imagine me having to retype all this, where instead I could just go up and you can just literally cycle through everything that you have ever typed in here, and it goes through all your history, which actually brings me to my second little fun fact is that there's a command called history, which shows you all the, I think the past maybe 500 or so commands that you've ran. So maybe you've ran a command in the past that you forgot, or you want to just kind of see what it is or whatever. So you can cycle through it. You'll be like, oh yeah, this is how to run Java code, Java C, main.java, Java main, whatever. Like just little kind of things like that to keep in mind. So that's the second thing I wanted to go over. The third thing that I wanted to touch on is the fact that, let's say we are working with this command, right? Brew install telnet, for example. If I press Control and A, it's going to take the cursor to the beginning. And if I press Control E, it takes the cursor to the end. So that just saves a lot of time from having to press the arrow key and going all the way back, and just Control A, Control E. And then also, if you want to move the cursor one character backward on the command line, you can press Control B. Same thing as the arrow. I don't think I've ever used this, and I don't think you ever will either, but if you didn't know, now you know. And Control F is just like the right arrow. So Control A is to the beginning, Control E is to the end, Control B is back one, and Control F is forward one. We also have Escape F, which moves the cursor one word forward, and Escape B, which moves the cursor one word backwards. So if I press Escape B, I go to the beginning of telnet. If I press it again, go to install, and then press it again, it goes to, whoops, again it goes to brew, and if I press Escape and F, we go up our whole word forward, press it again, oops, then we go another word forward, and then we can go to the end. So those are some little keyboard shortcuts I wanted to touch on. Also, if you want to make everything that you typed become uppercase, you can press Escape U. So basically, let's go to the very beginning, Control A, and then if I just press Escape and U, it makes everything in that word become uppercase, just like that. And then if I want to do the opposite and make it become lowercase, you guessed it, Escape L, Escape L, Escape L. So those are little things that you can keep in mind. Now back to some actual commands and not just little keyboard shortcuts. Also, I do want to say Control L clears the terminal. It doesn't clear the line that you're in, but it clears all the previous things that were showing up there, and it gives you just a clean slate. And then if you want to clear out this text that's right here, press Control U, and it'll just bring the cursor back to the beginning and delete everything that was already there. And so these are just a couple of useful little keyboard shortcuts for whenever you're using the terminal. They come in handy. The more that you use the terminal, they just save you some time and effort, and they're just good to keep in mind. In the next video, we're going to be going over how to make a file and folder, edit files inside the terminal, and then also delete files and folders from inside the terminal. So be sure to stick around for that. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below and subscribe for more content. Peace.